And then when we bring the surprise animal home, we will show you the rest of the video of that animal, so stay tuned.
We're on the road again, and we have the surprise animal in the trailer.
We'll pick this back up and when we get home and let you know the surprise. All right, now we're back home with the surprise animal, and she'll be coming off of the trailer here in a minute.
We can't wait to show you the new addition to our farm.
Right. Okay, if you haven't already figured it out, we got us another goat. She is in milk.
And when we were at the farm getting her, we actually got to milk her.
She is going to be registered to the girls.
Yay.
She is a Toggenburg. And do you remember how old they said she was?
She's 3 years old, and she had a kid this year. This was her first kid.
She was shown in 4-H this year.
So we can't use
And so every time we bring home an animal, we try and get a weight on it, and she is right at 114.
And she's pooping.
Yeah.
She's a little bit lighter now. She dropped some exhaust.
So
let's see if she'll go on the milk stand. It's a little different than theirs, actually. And
I don't think we'll have a problem.
this is our milk stand.
No.
If you can
You
tell.
only milk her once before we do it clean. Okay. All right.
So the girls had decided to name her,
Hot chocolate.
because that fits with the Coco that we have already named.
Because Coco makes hot chocolate. And we want to make sure that Coco and hot chocolate are best buds. You done? She's a little nervous. Just like Coco was in the beginning.
All right. So.
She's smooth.
Yep. And we'll turn it this way. Come on.
Look at her.
Yep. Then we can get a shot of her udders.
They're pretty big. Not as big as the other one we saw.
And then we can get this side.
She's looking at the camera.
All right. So, from our previous video when we brought Coco home, we told you we were going to be looking for a buddy. Possibly at that time we were thinking a buck. But then, you know, does a buck for one goat make sense, or does it make sense to give her another buddy to be around all the time? Then when we did some more research on dairy goats, we realized that when the buck is around them all the time, if he happens to urinate in that area, and they're eating that grass that he urinated on, it can make the milk taste a little bit different, just as well as whatever they eat changes the taste of the milk as well too. So we decided to go with another doe. So this one here has this one's already in milk. It had its first kid in March of this year, so it's still in milk. And like the girls said, the people we bought her off of actually put her up on the stands and watched the girls milk her. That way they could give the kids pointers as to what they needed to do to make sure they were doing it correctly. And that way we know what we're doing from here on out. We talked over food with them. We talked about CAE testing. The registration paperwork will be in our name. All of that's getting done. So this is a Toggenburg, which from sharing the pictures of Coco with them, they think that Coco is actually a Toggenburg and Alpine cross. At least that's what their guess was as well. So now we kind of have an area of where to go with what we have. We'll know the actual date of birth and everything on her. So they even give us a little bit of the feed rations that she's normally used to eating. That way we can make the transition when we moved her here a little bit better. So look forward to future videos, and we'll actually do a video of the girls milking her. So, and then from there we'll be able to do some things with the milk. The girls want to do soaps and lotions and possibly cheese and those kind of things down the road once we acquire enough milk. So.
And I'm probably even going to try to drink it. Me too.
Yep. And then naturally once it's time to breed again, we'll be looking for either a buck or the family that we purchased her from. They have a unrelated buck on the property and said that they would charge us a stud fee and we could come and bring her there and get that buck to breed for us. So that is also a viable option. And then we even talked to them about possibly purchasing that buck when they're done with it. So since Toggenburgs are not that popular here in Indiana, so even for them to purchase that buck, they ended up going to Michigan to get it. So we will try to take into consideration of that when it's time to make the purchase of whether or not we buy a buck or use the stud service. So, but we've got a couple of months before that happens. So.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified for our new upcoming videos. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Bye.